Okay, I am a huge Jujutsu Kaisen fan, and I usually don't do these types of videos, but I have a major hot take, and nobody's talking about this. It's about Ryomen Sukuna. I believe that Ryomen Sukuna is an Isekai main character, because everyone's trying to figure out how is Ryomen Sukuna getting away with so much stuff that he's getting away with. But if you just pay close attention to what's going on, the way Gege Akutami has created this character, he's a main character from another story that turned evil. Or if you just look at isekais of how it happens, of what happens to the main character, probably starts off and they're really soft and they're nice and nobody likes them. Think about the way Ryomen Sukuna described himself. He said he was an unwanted child. So that leads me to believe in his era, the Heian era, nobody liked Sukuna. And in order to become a monster, in order to beat monsters, you have to become a monster. They never talk about what the other clans was like. If you look at the Zenin clan, for example, look at how they did Toji, how they did Maki. These are not nice people. So I'm willing to bet that the clans were also not nice people. They probably only cared about who was strong in that era. I'm willing to bet if Gege Akutami does a flashback or a story, we would be surprised to see Ryomen Sukuna was probably some type of wimp and he had to change himself to become something. They didn't like it. They all jumped him and lost. And he met King Jaku, which is basically a scientist, and he went to a different universe, essentially, a different era. And he saw that it worked in the beginning, and he was like, oh, this actually worked. You know, if you look at his reaction when he's first summoned, I'm willing to bet this. If you think of every single isekai before they level up, they were like this very optimistic, happy-go-lucky type of person, and then they end up transforming. It's happening with all these Korean mangas and stuff like that, where they start off as this little wimp, and then they eventually, as they get better, they transform into something. And that's Ryomen Sukuna. And it just makes so much sense. If you see the way he's fighting, the way he's deducing things, go watch every single... Who is that behind me? Like, or if it's not an isekai, I forgot what the genre is called. It's basically like solo leveling, where dungeons are appearing in the real world. If you look at these types of animes or manhwas specifically, the character always starts as a wimp and then he becomes overpowered. It's one of these overpowered characters. Just if you see it, you won't unsee it. And I've been waiting for one of these creators to bring this up and no one's brought it up. So I just made this video. So I hope that kind of brings some good discussion.